This ain't just a podcast, this is real talk at the table. If your paycheck ain't the plan, you already know the label. The money chases tell.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Miracle, 36 years old, representing the Go-Getters.
It's your girl TC, representing for the 40, the fine and wine. It's time to grind, ladies. Let's get it.
It's Cola, and I'm representing for the 50 and up, grown and sexy. Let's go.
And we have our special guest here today.
I'm Lanita, and I'm representing those 50 grown and sexy, 50 nifty, ready to mingle, fully healed women.
Welcome back to the Money Chasers table. Y'all, we got so much in store for y'all this episode. When I tell y'all gonna leave with so much knowledge, so much education. Today, we're gonna talk about burnout, guys, okay? Today's episode is for anyone who's tired, but still grinding. Working hard, staying busy, doing everything right, yet still feeling stuck. We're gonna talk about that today, guys. So pull up a chair. Let's talk about it. Ladies, how y'all feeling today? How y'all week been?
Good, it's been good, ladies.
So yes, guys, we have a special treat for you guys today. Let's get right into it. What was the moment you realized when you were exhausted, right, but still not financially secure? For me, the moment that I feel like, I was exhausted and I still wasn't financially secure was when I was working in corrections, you know what I'm saying? And I was working them 16 hours. Shout out to my people that work in public safety. When you working them 16s like that, you barely can function. You barely know what's going on, like with your kids, your daily life.
I can agree when you say working on 16s. When I worked for the city of Chicago 911, we worked 6 days a week. Definitely get burnt out with it. It was definitely not for me. I had to leave that place. I also felt like I was working a lot and I really wasn't getting ahead. And maybe I felt that way because I was giving all of myself, all of the knowledge that I had. I could have put it in different places, but because I was there working 16 hours, I felt like all I did was go there, go to sleep, wake up, do it again, try to get the kids to school, pick them up, It just wasn't a good fit. I felt like it was time to make some type of changes in my life. I just felt like I was just, even though I was working and I was making money, I was able to take care of my children, I still felt stuck.
Now I look back on that, man, I wouldn't have did it.
I was about to ask you and Cola both. So when y'all was working these 16 hours, did you like what you were doing?
You know what? I did like what I was doing.
I found that I easily would get burnt out when I was doing something I did not like. I got this job because it's paying the money that I need so I can be, sustain. I'll easily get burnt out doing what I did not really want to do. But if I'm doing the things that I love to do, I don't burn out as much. I feel like I burn out as if I put too much on my plate, but learning to work off of a schedule and sticking to your schedule and having them boundaries, saying no when you cannot squeeze certain things in, that will help you prevent the burnout. Nita said something, it made me think clarity. Also making sure that we're taking care of our body. So sometimes, we're just constantly moving. We may not be eating, not necessarily 3 times a day, but we're not getting those nourishments in our bodies and stuff like that.
And that's one thing that was happening to me. I was not eating properly.
And that'll slow you down. It's fast food too. You like I heard you say you eating a lot of fast food. Fast food, it will slow you down. When I get to a place and I know that I'm about to burn out or I'm burning out, I will shut down. I will take a couple of days to myself. You know what, Tanisha, you're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Step back and let's recalculate some things because something is out of order. When things are in order, they flow accordingly. If you, like I said, just get your calendar, start your morning and just follow that, and it'll kind of help you from being burnt out and just make sure that you are, what I'm saying, taking care of your body, making sure you're eating, taking your vitamins, your nourishments and things like that.
And taking care of yourself because at the end of the day, You're number one. Miss Lanita, tell us about yourself.
Well, my name is Lanita Jackson. I live here in Pensacola, Florida. I am the owner of a business called Intentional. Intentional is a coaching practice that I put together based on real life full experience. The purpose of Intentional is to help women and men to navigate through their emotions and not let their emotions navigate through them. My role and what I do at Intentional, I help you identify those emotional wounds and behavioral cycles, and then I help to serve as an accountability partner for you to help build healthier habits and a more empowering way to live. I've always been that one that the friends would come to with the answers. They were goal driven, they were the honest truth, they were emotionless. It would get them where they would want to be. I learned quickly that I could navigate someone else's life, but I could not navigate my own life. It took me 48 years for me to step out of the matrix. I've endured trauma, loss, betrayal, addiction, recovery, setbacks, interventions, up, downs, marriage, divorce, rape, molestation, abuse, spitting on, all these things that have happened to me over that time frame. That is what I do at Intentional. I also provide a juice service. I know that y'all have heard the saying that, when you fast, you get closer to God, you get to hear clarity. Fasting takes away that thing so you can focus. Detoxing helps you to father that journey. That fresh juice, fresh greens gives the organs, the brain, the heart, the liver a break, a true break. Fasting gives it a temporary break. Detoxing gives it a permanent break to where it can start to heal itself. How can you get clarity in your life if you don't have clarity? I'll make it, I'll bottle it up, label it, and give it to you. Lastly, I am currently putting together a book to promote and document that 48-year journey. What you're looking at now, you would never know that it had happened. To book with me, I have my website. I'm at www. It's intentional, the number 10. So IN, the number 10, then the TIONAL, and then it's 24/7. I'm at Facebook, and then I'm also on TikTok at Lanita Jackson 66.
Definitely hear more about what you offer later in the episode. So, ladies, how do you say no without feeling bad? Somebody ask you "Hey, cuz, can I borrow $1,000?" I am a person that hated to say no. Let's talk about it because we all done been there. Go ahead, Miss Lanita, tell the girl.
So sometimes when a person needs something, you have to make an assessment of what that need properly is. I may not have $1,000 to give her, but I can give her a solution. It's never a no. It's either a not right now or here is a solution.
Anita, now everybody ain't gonna go with them solution-based stuff. Them people gonna want that money.
That's why I don't base it on what they want. I base it on what I can provide. That's my solution to people. I stop saying no and dodging people. I just give them what I can give them. If I got it to give, I give.
I wanted to say that sometimes the problem with that is deep inside, we're worried about how the other person is going to feel. So we're worried about, man, I really don't want them to be mad at me.
People pleasing.
Oh my God, that word right there.
Mm-hmm.
They can say that I have really, really worked hard on being able not to internalize how somebody else is going to feel if I say no, because I have to take care of me and my family.
At the end of the day, you got to learn how to create boundaries with people.
I feel it's the same. So I will assess the situation. If you call and you say you need $1,000 to pay your light bill, okay, the first question that's going to come to my mind in my assessment is, why doesn't Miracle have $1,000 to pay her light bill?
She gave it to somebody. Nah, I'm just kidding, y'all.
That just might be the case. And based on my assessment, that is going to be the very reason why I will not give Miracle the money, because if Miracle is irresponsible with her money, why should I give her my money to be irresponsible with? So I will do the assessment. Your baby might have got sick. You might have missed a few days from work. Your check is short. You call me, Tanisha, you know what? My check is short. I just need to borrow a couple $100. Okay, Miracle, I don't got a couple $100, but I can give you $75. I can give you this. I will help, to an extent, as long as I'm not sacrificing myself. And that's part of the boundaries. That's what I've had to learn, because I had to stop putting myself in that position where I was getting burnt out being a people pleaser. Put them boundaries in place, y'all. Make sure you put yourself first. You got to be top priority at all times.
Yes, ma'am.
Definitely. So a lot of people say I'm just tired, but they've been tired for years and years. You know what I'm saying? How can someone tell when they're not just tired anymore? They're actually just burnt out.
Tired to me and burnout is different. Tired is something that can be resolved by rest. Burnout means excessive. It's something that has some type of behavior that has happened for an excessive amount of time to take you to a point to where you're now at your wit's end. So once they understand the actual meaning of these words and how they both correlate with each other, they're gonna know immediately. When I go to bed and get up at 5 tomorrow, I'm rested. Woo! Good day, you can get it started. That means that you were tired. But if you wake up tired and then you go through your day and then you go to bed tired and wake up tired, that's a consistent pattern. That means you're burning out. So if you understand what the words mean themselves, you will know just like that something's happening. You may not be able to know exactly, but you can stop and say, is it my job? Is it my relationship? Is it my kids? What's stressing me out to where I'm overwhelmed? The difference is tired is something that can be resolved by rest. Burnout is a consistent behavior over time of you being tired and not addressing the problem.
I agree, 100%.
You put that, Miss Lanita. I love that. Thank you, Miss Lanita. You dropping the gems on the girls. Yes, I like that. All right, so ladies, why is it that people who look the most put together, high achiever, go-getter, money, hustler, are often the ones who struggle the hardest behind the scenes, like they're drowning?
My question to you is this. When you say they're drowning, what type of drowning do you mean?
They could be drowning in the work life, in family life, family turmoil.
That was one of the questions that I had got about that one. So to me, put together is in the eye of the beholder. So is being successful. We measure success on different levels. Right. To me, I think they struggle the most because they're living a fake life. To me, success is not the same as success to you. I don't look at money as success. I look at people as success for me.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
And I think it's an image, especially as entrepreneurs, how people perceive you, right? So you are your business, you are your brand. So you have to carry yourself a particular way, because if you don't, that could jeopardize your business. Right. Kind of agree, like what Nita was saying. It is kind of like a double standard kind of thing, But again, that's no different than a person, who works a regular 9-to-5 job. How you carry yourself when you on that clock 9 to 5 is not necessarily how you may carry yourself when you're off that clock. When you're at work, you're Mr. or Mrs. whomever. But when you're off work, you're just yourself. Yeah. I think pride has a lot to do with it. But then again, with discretion, everybody doesn't broadcast everything that they're going through in their life. You have your circle, you have your chosen few that you can confidently, speak with about those things. So judging success is not an outward appearance. We tend to look at a person's outer appearance and tend to try to assume that this person is successful. Success is way deeper than what's on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a person just has to be able to show themselves in a light where they are accepted around, or however they feel. That doesn't mean on the inside that they're not dealing with other things.
We learn to carry ourselves accordingly to our environment. So whatever environment we in, we get in our safe space and we're free to be that person for that environment.
Listen, we're not what we look like,
Hey, you better say that.
You did.
So I got one more thing to say too.
Yes, ma'am.
People look at you and they say, "Oh, she's got a nice new, brand new car," or "Oh, look at her, she's got a nice new, brand new house." Well, you know what? I gotta pay for it.
I gotta pay for it.
Bet that.
So I don't have $500 to give you because I got to live.
This has been a total vibe. This episode has definitely been a vibe. To our audience, we hope that you gain some knowledge from this. Miss Lanita, we loved and appreciate you
Yeah.
coming on. Tell us how we can find you.
You may go to my website. It's www.in, the number 10, Tional, TIONAL, 247.com. The juice are only good for 3 days, so I have to have a pre-order for it first. But I do have different juices on my website that you can pick from, different recipes, and they do different things. I'm also on TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter, Instagram, and under my name, Lanita Jackson.
Definitely,
Thank you.
definitely. So, guys, this episode amazing. We learned so much about burnout and setting those boundaries. If this conversation hit home, you are not alone. Burnout does not mean you're failing, it means it's time to change. You're more than welcome to follow Money Chasers Table on all platforms. Subscribe to our channel. Guys, we hope to see you soon. Be blessed. You guys have a great day.
Bye.
Great day. Bye, guys.